You won't believe what happened on Reddit today. I, 29-year-old man, am currently sitting in an empty apartment, staring at a Robinhood balance that looks like a phone number, and I have no idea what to do. 3 days ago, I made the most regarded decision of my life. I took the $50,000 my fiancée, 27-year-old woman, and I saved for a down payment and dumped it entirely into 0 DTE calls on a dying cinema stock, because some guy with an anime avatar said the squeeze was imminent. Yesterday, the stock tanked 40%. The account showed $8,000. She saw the notification on my iPad while I was in the shower. When I walked out, she wasn't crying. She was deadly silent. She told me, "You didn't just gamble our money, you gambled our future. I can't marry a child." She packed a bag and went to stay at her sister's. She threw her ring on the counter before slamming the door. I didn't sell. I couldn't. I was paralyzed. I just sat there eating cold pizza, staring at the red line, fully accepting I had ruined my life. Then pre-market opened this morning. News broke about a merger. The stock didn't just moon, it left the galaxy. I watched the chart go vertical. My calls went deep in the money. I sold everything at 10:30 a.m. Final balance, $1,420,069. I texted her a screenshot, just the image, no words. She called me 30 seconds later, sobbing, saying she was just so stressed and that she always believed in my vision. She's on her way over right now with takeout from my favorite steakhouse. But looking at that ring on the counter, I realized she left me when I was down. She didn't have diamond hands. Now I'm looking at this 7-figure balance and wondering, do I pay for the wedding of her dreams, or do I take my tendies and start a new life? Am I the asshole if I tell her the market is closed?
What do you think? Let me know in the comments.
I can see everything my neighbor does. Am I the a-hole if I tell her? I need some advice. I live in an apartment complex. We all have floor-to-ceiling windows. I barely know my neighbor a few doors down. We've spoken maybe 5 words to each other. Here's the thing. Her window faces my windows at a weird angle, so when I look out my window, I have a perfect view of her apartment. Recently, she's been walking around a lot less clothed. She even goes to the bathroom with the door open. So anytime I look out my window, it's just right there. I'm not trying to be a creep. I'll be checking to see if a friend is pulling up or watching the birds with my cats, but it's the first thing I end up seeing. I've been trying to figure out how to bring this up in the elevator. Should I just let it be? Or tell her that her windows are just as visible as mine are? You can see directly into my apartment from the street. That's why I installed blackout curtains. I only open them for light for my plants. So, am I the a-hole if I just straight up told her I can see her? Well, you know, every night.
Not the a-hole, just be direct and tell her, but do it in a way that doesn't make you seem like a creep. Say, "Hey, just a heads up, your apartment is very visible from my window, so other people can probably see in as well."
As a girl that is often nude at home, just let her be. I wouldn't care if you or anyone else could see. Call me crazy. But I'm not going to live my private life differently for y'all.
So, am I the a-hole for saying something, or should I just stay quiet? Let me know what you think.
My friend borrowed my lip balm and then lost it. Am I the a-hole for asking her to replace it? I'm 15 years old. This happened at school last week. One of my friends, also 15, often borrows stuff. She forgets to return it. It's annoying, but I usually let it go. This time she asked to use my lip balm during lunch. Hers was finished. I said okay, but told her to give it back after. She kept it the whole day. I reminded her twice. She kept saying later or joking about it. At the end of school, I asked again, and she said she didn't know where it was. She said it's just lip balm. That annoyed me. It wasn't cheap, and it was literally mine. I told her she should replace it if she lost it. She got defensive. She said I was being dramatic over something small. Now some friends are saying I made it awkward and should have just dropped it. I feel like if you borrow something and lose it, you replace it. Am I the a-hole?
Not the a-hole, but when you next see her, tell her you've just been diagnosed with a contagious skin condition.
Hi, not the a-hole. We've all loaned things to friends, and we've all had friends who decided not to give things back, despite us asking.
Did I overreact, or is she the a-hole? Let me know what you think.
My wife thinks I'm an a-hole because I kept the money from a concert ticket, but hear me out. My wife, a coworker, and I plan to go to a concert. I bought 3 tickets a few months ago. The coworker, we'll call her Julie, paid me back in cash for her ticket. The day before the concert, Julie backed out. I already had the physical tickets. We told her she could pick up her ticket, she could sell it or do whatever she wanted with it. But she didn't. She made no effort to get it. We even tried to find a buyer ourselves. But no luck. Then Julie told us to just keep the ticket or throw it away. I thought tossing it was a waste, so I found a buyer myself and sold it. I did all the work, the messaging, the logistics, everything. Here's the problem. I think I should keep the money. Julie abandoned the ticket. She said to keep it or throw it away. She made zero effort to handle it. My wife thinks I'm the a-hole. She thinks I should give Julie the money, or at least offer it to her. Am I the a-hole? My wife and I debated this. It turns out Julie is just a coworker, not a close friend. If she was a real friend, I would have offered the money back, but she's not. My wife isn't worried about workplace drama. She just thinks selling the ticket and keeping the money was an a-hole move. I don't, so we're asking you.
She told you to just keep the ticket or throw it away. She decided to gift it to you, not the a-hole.
You paid for the ticket first, so it was yours. She paid you back. Now it's hers. Then she says keep it or throw it away. Now it's yours again. She gave up the ticket to you to do with as you saw fit.
How would Julie even know what happened to the ticket?
So, am I the a-hole, or is my wife being unreasonable? Let me know in the comments.
I met my friend's new partner for the first time and immediately made them furious. All I did was ask one simple question. I'm in my 20s. My friend A has a new significant other. We met them in person for the first time today. We all went to see Avatar. Then we had lunch. Oh, and their partner had been dating for about 2 weeks. My friend group is from East Asia. The significant other is from North America. They now live in our country. The movie was fine, but I was bored. After we went to a restaurant, we were all tired and awkward. My friend suggested we ask the significant other questions about themselves. After about 10 seconds, I managed to croak out, "What do you do for work?" I know it's a lame question, but I'm bad at coming up with interesting things to ask. What happened next shocked me. They put down their utensil and blew up on us. They said they really hated that question. They thought we were sizing them up, wanting to know their money-making abilities and social position. This is a common small-talk question in our country. Nobody has ever been so angry at it. The rest of the lunch was cordial. We found out they were a software engineer. We chatted nicely afterwards, but my friend texted me later asking if I was mad. I said I wasn't, but I was taken aback that they would insinuate I wanted to size them up. I'm not interested in their wealth or social position at all. My friend reassured me that they had reminded their partner not to make things awkward again. They explained that their partner was just really sensitive with the question. Apparently in the U.S., white people got annoyed that the significant other was an engineer and good at sports. I didn't really understand this explanation. So, am I the a-hole?
As someone born and raised in the U.S., that's one of the first questions you ask someone when you meet them. I would have been taken aback too, not the a-hole.
That complaint about being an engineer and athletic is not a thing in the U.S. at all. That's a person who is just deeply insecure.
So, am I the a-hole, or is my friend's partner? Let me know what you think in the comments.